Minister Ben Willis Podcast.
Welcome to Minister Ben Willis Blast Off Podcast, uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. I'd like for you to like and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank my listening and viewing audience.
Shout out to the
Great
audience.
support, and I'm very pleased with everything. And today is a great event that I like. It's about dating outside your religion. That's a very polarizing subject matter. And talking to people and everything, it caught my interest. And so what I have here, I have gentlemen that I know, and they're very studious people that I think you guys are.
Appreciate that.
Very humble in your faith and your belief. Mm-hmm. And what I want to do is I want all you guys to introduce yourself to the viewing and listening audience before we get started. So we can start with you, brother.
Yeah, I'm Brother Tyrone Perry, a minister. I'm from the suburbs, so I'm not no city type of person, but
Man, shout out to the suburbs.
yeah.
What suburb?
Chicago Heights.
Oh, that's the
Okay.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the city.
Yeah, it's getting kind of rough now, but yeah, I'm a minister in an organization called the Flaming Crescent Society. And we do things to uplift the black community and to spread the message of Islam.
Okay.
Where'd you grow up at? I mean, what school did you go to?
I went to Rich Central High School. If any of y'all older people, because y'all some younger guys, but Kendall Gill is like the most famed alumni that went to Rich Central. I was there when we went downstate in '86 and lost to King in the finals.
That school's out there in Richmond Park, right?
Olympia Fields.
Olympia Fields.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Rich Central no more because they done combined them, so it's just like Rich
South.
Township.
Okay.
They all Rich South,
Rich
Rich
Township?
Central.
Yeah.
They all combined. So
Okay.
Okay.
You
know,
was hooping?
yeah.
That's what's up.
I went to Triton College. If you know the comedian
Yeah.
Corey Holcomb,
Yeah.
I play. He played basketball at Triton too with me.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
And this guy named Alonzo Verge, y'all might know his son,
heard of him.
Alonzo Verge Jr. But his father, he went to
Alonzo
Triton. He was
Nice.
a beast on the court too.
Real nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey from Robert Taylor.
Yep.
I know Corey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know him well.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm just trying to do things to better the life of other people's and myself, we don't know how long we got on this earth, so your life is about leaving good legacies, so
Sure.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Good.
For the
Good.
younger ones to, carry the torch.
Great. You, brother.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
And for those that don't know, that means peace and blessings be upon you. And I thank you for extending the invitation to come on your show.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I am proprietor of the Underground Railroad television show that comes on every Saturday night at 10:30 in Chicago on Can Television. And,
Okay.
That's great.
community activists. And
How long you been doing your show?
thank for over 20 years.
Oh, man.
Allahu
Okay.
Akbar.
Shout out to the show, man.
Right. 20 years.
That's good.
And we talk about government, politics. These gentlemen have already been on my podcast and my television show, and I'm very appreciative. But this is an honor to come on your platform, and I will express myself to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
that. Young man.
Nice to meet y'all for sure. man.
Likewise.
My name is Amron. I go by Mo. Mo Productions is the brand. I'm here. I do designs, marketing, all of the above with editing and all that. Anything flourishing, anything like plentiful, we doing it. We getting to it with like music, TV, and designing mainly. Music, TV, and designing. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get started with this. Dating outside your religion.
Yeah.
Now, we're in a Christian society. The United States is a Christian society.
Right.
And so we're looking at a certain standard. But now you brothers of the Islamic faith, your brothers are Muslim. So would you date a woman outside your faith?
Well, first of all, dating is like It's forbidden in this. You don't date in Islam. You either married or you single. You courtship for a while, then you get
Ain't no
married.
dating at all.
No,
No.
no dating. It's a courtship. Basically, if you go back to your great grandmother, that's what they did.
Right.
But they didn't know the name of Islam that taught that. But that's how our father did with their daughter. If a young man came, you want to court my daughter, you can court her, and then the next step was marriage. It wasn't no, I'm finna date you for no 5 or 10 years.
Or not even a couple months, couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what it was. A courtship, supervision courtship. No touching or none of that. You get to know the person.
Right.
And then all the other stuff that this society do to form relationships, that comes after the marriage.
Okay.
You know? But in Islam, a man could marry a female that's outside the Islamic faith, but females are not permissible to marry men that's not outside of the faith. So
does that sound like inferior, inferior superior, where a man could do it but a female can't? Why is that?
First of all, subhanallah to Allah, you know what? You cannot marry outside of your faith. If the sister is a kafir, a non-believer, and she believes and she shirks means elevating something else to a godlike status, you cannot marry that sister. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it's better to marry a believing slave in Islam than to marry a non-believer. I'm not in compliance with that. I'm not, because now I can't tell you what ayat it is, because you know what, I'm not a scholar in Islam, but it is not okay for a brother to marry outside of his religion. It's not.
Really?
So he can't change it, like you can't.
It's permissible, but it's
not permissible.
Well, like what he's saying, like he's saying, you got to be a believer.
Okay.
You know, but if you're not a believer, then like
in Islam,
that's no. Like, okay, you got people of the book, which the Quran prefer to, as the Christians and the Jews. Men are permissible to marry one of them.
Okay.
But I see what he's going to.
Let me say something to all your listening audience out there. When he says it's all right to marry Christian, he's talking about a Coptic Christian. A Coptic Christian does not elevate God, Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him, Esau, to a God-like status. When you do that, that is shirk. Shirk is unforgivable in Islam. So when you read that in the Quran, it means somebody that's a Coptic is somebody that does not elevate Jesus to a God. Now, if they elevate Jesus to a God-like status, that's forbidden.
Right. Well, by the way, I'm not a scholar. I'm not a scholar either.
It ain't no middle ground.
So now it looks like two different types of standard now. Explain it to me, because what you're saying is, if you pray to Jesus,
yes,
that is forbidden in Islam.
Yes, it is.
And so in a Christian society, they pray to Jesus.
Yes, they do.
So a woman that's a Christian and she pray to Jesus, you can't date her or marry her.
First of all, in Islam, as the brother said, there's no dating in Islam.
Right.
There's no dating unless there's a chaperone, and you know what, a wali. There is no marriage without the wali.
Okay. So courting the woman, she must have someone with her.
Yeah.
Okay, who would that be with her when you're going out on a date?
It would be wali.
Okay, explain that.
What's
wali is something. Wali like
an uncle or something.
Go ahead.
Like an uncle or something.
Preferably the father.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
male.
Somebody chaperoning, and it would be a male. She cannot go out with a brother. If that's chaperone, because you know what? There's two parties.
Okay.
And the third party is the shaitan. And Shaitan is the devil. Okay. So therefore, to resist temptations of doing anything that's inappropriate,
right?
That ain't no calling up on the phone, kicking it with her, and all that. Ain't no no
FaceTime and nothing like that.
No.
What?
I'm talking about for the believer.
Okay.
So you meet a woman. and y'all vibe. So the first thing to do is the first thing that you ask a woman what her faith is.
You're not gonna do that.
No,
you don't approach the woman. You go to the wali.
You go to her father.
You go to the wali. Okay, we can say the father,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say the wali, the father. You don't approach her. You don't approach her.
That's
So do you hug a woman?
Let me say it again.
No, I'm just asking.
No,
I'm asking.
no,
Let me say that.
Hugging is not permissible.
No, let me say there's no hugging, there's no kissing, no touching or fondling. There is not. That is for marriage. It is no there's no conception of boyfriend, girlfriend. We gonna
None
pick
of
it.
that.
It's not that. It's either you want to get married or you don't want to get married. And the woman
Is
is
that
half your
stressful though?
deed.
Is that stressful though? Because like you don't know if that person all the way for you or not. Like, or you don't know how you deal with people.
You're investigating with that third part. Do you understand? With that third party,
Right.
you are
With the wali.
investigating whether you want to go any further.
Right.
There's no concept of boyfriend
So
and
how
girlfriend.
long do you
It's up to
investigate?
you. It's up to-
Right, until
it's up to you and the sister.
you could court a person a week and they could feel, nah, this person ain't for me.
Okay.
And that's it.
But so what?
So
if
that's
you,
dating,
so
right?
what? So what if you court the person for a week and say I really like her?
Now,
I'm saying I really do like her.
now I got to go to the
But-
father.
Okay, you go to the father.
And
Don't do that.
Well, he was right. I was going to say.
But
my
no,
bad.
now
He
I'm
was
gonna go to
already
the father and
there.
be like,
Okay, the
like
The
I don't went to the father.
jail. The father in jail. You going to state field to visit him?
Go to wali. You go.
Okay.
She got a
The
wali.
uncle or something, right?
So, yeah,
Go to
yeah.
the
No,
uncle.
no.
She
And
got a
what
wallet.
I mean
Uncle in
is,
jail.
what I mean, like what you said, I'm feeling her, right? So now I got to ask for marriage. So
Who you gonna ask?
I got to ask the wali.
He in jail.
Wherever
Who the next one?
Wherever she worships.
Huh?
Wherever she worships.
She worship God.
Let me say again. No, I didn't say that. I said wherever she
Wherever.
worships.
Okay, like
Wherever-
her church or something.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not no church, Islamic mosque.
Okay.
Wherever she
Wherever
worships,
mosque,
there's an individual that's in charge of that particular department.
Right.
She just worships at home. She don't go to no church, no synagogue, no mosque. She don't go to anything.
Nah.
And y'all get along and you court her. And you gonna find Wally in jail. You go down to Galesburg and check him out.
Shout
talk
out to
him.
Galesburg.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
yes, you do.
Well,
She
like,
go down, you
my-
make that-
Yes, you do.
me at like in
Yes, you do.
because if you do find a non-believer as a male, and you wanna make her your wife, you try to have her to convert over.
Okay. What did she say? That she said, look, I like you and everything. You're a good Muslim man and all of that. And you want to convert her. She said, but I can't give up my rib tips and hot link with mild sauce. I can't give
Shout
that
out to
up
the rib tips.
with the mild sauce on the French fry. So I can do all that, but I can't give that up.
If you want to listen to the shaitan and the devil and do what you want to do, you do it. But it's better that you follow the guidelines of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Quran. So if you want to do that,
Like we
that's
said,
something.
it's
That's
better.
something. That means you're listening to the whispers of the shaitan
That
or
makes
the
sense.
devil in your ear. That means you're going against Islam. If that's what you want to do, you have freedom of choice.
So what? Okay, then why do the women, as you see from the East, their whole face is covered. You can only see their eyes, and that they want the female to be submissive.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Why though?
It's
Why-
supposed to
why
be,
you
and they
can't-
supposed to come. First of all, I don't mean to dominate. First of
No,
all,
nah,
first
go
of all,
ahead.
it's not obligatory for a sister to cover her face up, but I think that it's good. The reason I think that it's good is because her beauty, our outer beauty, should only be shown to her relatives and her close family. But you do not have to do it. But you could ask her, and that's her choice. There's nothing wrong with
No,
Why don't the
that's
man
not-
cover his face up then? Why don't the man
That's a
cover
good
his
question.
face?
I don't recall a man that's ever got a request to cover his face up. I don't recall.
Where-
I don't recall that there's a man that ever got a request to wear niqab, ejab. No.
Okay, so this is what I want to find out. Where do you get these instructions from? Where do you get these instructions
Let me
from?
say again. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's optional. Whether there's nothing written in stone that the sister has to cover. You can ask her. That is not going to send her to hell if she says no. That's a decision.
So is it custom and culture, or is that the religion?
Culture. That's a more cultural
That's a
thing,
cultural
but it does says in the Quran for a woman to cover her head. So that the face, the face, that's more of an optional type of thing, a cultural type of thing.
So does it say what she should cover her head with?
No, not really, because I know a lot.
She
I know.
can wear a nice hat.
A lot of them Sunni Muslims out in Philadelphia, that's what they be wearing.
They be wearing the
ain't no
fitteds.
question.
They be wearing the fitteds.
They don't wear fitteds, but they like just as long as you cover the head. But like it ain't no particular garment that you know is required. But
you know, I say.
But and the thing is, it's modesty. That's the main thing. You know, you don't like.
So can't nobody see.
I'm gonna just ask you this question as a young man. Like, if you seeing a young lady that you like might be interested in, but she half naked, would you be wanting to take her home to your mother and say, "Hey, this is girl"? See,
so she got to cover her head for me to look.
No. Well, you just look what you just said. I asked you the question.
Okay.
And see, I'm telling you the reason why a lot prescribe for the women to cover themselves so the men don't lust after them.
Right, that makes sense.
You know.
Okay.
Christian said it makes sense if you classify yourself as a Christian.
Right.
I don't
But the thing is, you can still envision a woman when the way she's dressed and everything.
Yeah.
She can be dressed classy and impeccably, and you say, "Man, I know what's working up under that."
We're doing what's prescribed.
We're
doing what's prescribed to the religion. If you don't want to fall up out of Islam, you can do it. But people that are trying to follow Quran, Sunnah, and Hadith, you can do what you want to do. But generally, people that's genuinely trying to follow the religion, they're going to make every intention to try to follow the protocol. There's a protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You mean if you want to listen to the shaitan, that's up to you.
And the protocol is for the benefit both of the both. It ain't nothing like a penalty or something because why you is a benefit. Yeah. That's the
you want to be with the woman alone and kicking it with her. And she, first of all, if she's a pious woman, she wouldn't want you anyway. If she really, really understands the deen of Islam, she wouldn't want you anyway.
We're in a Christian society.
But we have Muslims in this society.
Hey, but another thing about that, like, when we, like, women can't marry no non-Muslim, a Muslim woman, but what the discussion that we having right now, a lot of men done converted to Islam because they done found a Muslim female that they like, yeah, I'm in love with her and I want to marry her.
Right, that makes
And then it's like, yo, you can't marry unless you Muslim. Like, okay, what I got to do be Muslim?
But a Muslim woman can't marry a non-Muslim man.
Oh, you know why though, right? I know why.
Why?
Because he don't give a damn about her making us lots on time. He don't give a damn about her making it through Ramadan. He's not going to remind her to read her Quran. So
you don't know that. Though. It might be transparent.
In Islam, the male
talking about the norm. He's not.
In Islam, the male is the emir, the leader.
He's not.
So that's
okay.
Another
What
reason.
if you, according to your daughter or whatever, and she Islamic or whatever, right? And she like a man that's not Muslim.
I'm telling her, first of all, if she coming up in my house, so she would know better because I would teach her from birth. There's no reason for Islamic sister to marry a kafir or a non-believer because that's not going to enhance her deen in Islam. That's what I mean by enhance. It's not going to help her grow.
Okay.
And that's kind of the purpose why men can marry
there's ranks in the religion.
I said it's not going to help her to grow.
Okay.
And the men do have rank over the sisters, but only ain't doing good.
Yeah.
So then how are you going to have control over somebody that God put love and compassion in their heart for somebody else?
Right.
Now nobody has control of that.
Either you want to follow the Quran or you don't.
Well.
Either you want to follow it or you don't.
Well, the thing is that they believe that God has power over all, right? Mm-hmm. And then one that the Creator has enough power to put in you. Listen, if it's a woman that weighs 400 pounds with one teeth in the middle of her mouth and an eye to smack in the middle of her forehead. If God give passion stuff with her, that'd be your big fat woman with one teeth and a cyclops eye that you love.
Long as she a Muslim. Long as she a Muslim. Long as she a Muslim.
It don't specify that.
So we go. Wait a minute. So you're saying in Quran? I ain't gonna say. I'm telling you, I ain't no scholar. You're saying that it's wrong to say that you can marry outside your religion. What is that gonna do to the children? If you have
that's why I say the man is the emir. That's one reason why the man can commit. See, he make the decisions. Like, so if a Muslim man marry a non-Muslim woman, the kid's gonna be Muslim.
Should marry anyway.
Well, could that be a compromise? Just like okay, look.
No compromise.
Just like right now they're having a war at Palestinians and Israel.
Right.
So what if there's an Israeli woman and a Palestinian man, or a Palestinian woman and an Israeli man that say we love each other? And they have major war with each other.
Both are Muslims.
Shout out to love.
But one isn't.
It's forbidden.
Yeah, it's forbidden.
It's forbidden. It is forbidden.
Not just for the sake of the discussion.
The rules.
For the sake of this discussion, you can do it, but what I'm saying, you can do it, but you might not get the blessings because
you're not going to get the blessings from marrying a Kafir.
Yep. That's the thing.
Why is it so harsh? Why is it so harsh like that though? Why is it that? Why does that draw the line?
Well, and see, that's what go ahead.
The same reason I don't eat pork, brother, because it's written in the Quran I don't eat pork. That's why I don't go to Wendy's. I don't go to McDonald's because I eat meat that is slaughtered in the name of Allah. Okay, because that's what's prescribed. If you want to go outside the deen, that's you.
What does the deen mean? Explain the deen.
It's teachings.
The faith.
Faith.
Okay.
You want to eat pork? You want to eat McDonald's?
I don't eat pork in McDonald's.
I'm just using an example.
I'm just saying.
That's the reason why.
Yeah.
Everything is beneficial for you. Like, don't look at it as being harsh or a punishment. But some people might look at it, but once you look at the long terms of this,
like the longevity of it,
it's a beneficial.
Okay.
Yeah. See, some women will look and say, listen, this sounds like dictatorship.
Shout out to dictatorship.
It's like the man, he's running everything. She can do this, she can't do that, and all that kind of stuff. And
she gotta wear a hat.
You're not perfect.
No, hey,
you're not perfect.
But women when it come to being married, women got some rights where they ain't got to put up with none of that stuff.
You know what? Let me say something.
Go ahead.
It says in Quran, subhanAllah ta'ala, I ain't going to tell you what chapter it is because I don't know where it is. It said the men outrank the women. Okay? It says in the Bible that the man is the head. So it's conducive. Those two things
Shout out
are
to the
conducive.
word. Shout out to the word.
You can't have two leaders in one household.
But
they're conducive.
Okay. But see, also, though, which you're putting the man like that, it says in Quran, it says, reverend the womb that bore you, which is the woman. It says, reverend the womb that bore you. And it also says in Quran, it says that you should look around your mother who brings you into life.
Shout out to the word.
You should lower your wing in humility to her.
That doesn't make it incompatible with Islam.
But what it says also, it don't have a chapter in the Quran say the man. It has a chapter I think in chapter 4, it says the woman, Al-Nisa. And also the other chapter it says, it has a chapter of Maryam, the mother of Jesus. It don't have a chapter named the man at all.
How does that make that incompatible with what I've said? We reverend the woman's womb. Mother, we know the mother that paradise sits your mother's feet. We know this, but there is in the Quran where it says that the man has rank over the sister.
But that's by nature.
When Allah created man and woman, He just created the man 1 degree above the woman for the fact that somebody have to be the leader.
Right.
Both can't be on the same. And since the man is physically more stronger and supposed to be the provider and protector, that's what gives them that 1 degree.
So do y'all believe in equal rights?
This is in your Bible.
Equal rights.
Okay.
This is in your Bible and in your Quran.
When it comes to divvying up,
that was good.
Money that's left is just, a matter of fact, a Muslim woman can divorce her husband if he's not satisfying her sexually.
Yeah.
Now what?
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why you saying? You don't think that happens when men
Hey.
divorces where men are not satisfied and the woman don't want
But I'm
it?
saying, like,
I
you
don't-
done did all this. You done got the Wally. You done did all this to get with this girl and everything. But now she finna get a divorce with you.
That's why the purpose of you not having sex or anything until
Right,
you're married.
until then.
Because see, that's way this the only thing I know, so it can't be bad because this is all I know. If you know something different other than that, that's what makes you say you're not satisfying me sexually because I done had something to satisfy me.
So how many times can a Muslim woman be married? Like, how many divorces can she give you before she like eradicated from like being?
No, you can as
getting
long as
that
you got
rank?
life in you.
As long as you got life.
So if she get married to this one dude, she like 18 or something. Then she get married to somebody. She divorced him.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
I'm just saying.
Let me explain something.
All
You know
right,
what?
all right.
She can get divorced.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And what happened is you leave her. She cannot come back to you unless she marries somebody else.
And then she can go back?
She can come back to you because she said, yeah, I mean, this didn't satisfy me. This didn't satisfy. I'm going to go back. But she cannot marry you again
Until
unless
she-
she's been married 2 times.
Okay.
In the Islamic woman is half your deen in Islam. Anytime you look at a brother that's not married, you only looking at half a brother.
Okay.
Because you know what? The deen of Islam, the woman is half your deen
Okay.
in Islam.
So, have y'all ever dated a Muslim woman?
No.
No.
Dated?
You ever been with a Muslim woman?
I have.
Whoa.
No, 'cause I haven't been married.
Shout out
I
to the
never been
Muslim
But have you
women,
been?
man.
Have you been with her though? Have you ever been with a Muslim woman?
No.
I have.
Okay, you been with a Muslim woman? How did that work out?
Things did not work out because I followed the instructions of the devil out of Shaitan. Let me say it again. Things did not work out because I followed the instructions of the Shaitan out of the devil. So I'm going to put it on me because I was the head.
Okay.
Have you ever dated a Muslim woman or anyone out of the faith?
Nah.
It's the only way to go.
Have you?
Not for you.
No,
Have you?
no.
Have you dated a Muslim
I've never dated a Muslim woman.
Is it hard?
And-
Like, how do you do
and-
it then?
and-
Is
No,
it
it's not-
rare? Is it rare or something?
No, it's let me see.
It's hard to find them. You can't see
No,
them?
you can find
There's
Plenty Muslim
yeah.
sisters.
Plenty Muslim sisters
You know.
want to get married.
But the thing is,
Don't nobody want to go through that marriage.
Well, let me say this. Because there's a misconception of Muslims in the United States.
Okay.
You have the Eastern Muslims, and so you look at them and the women with their clothing and everything else that cover the whole shop. There's Muslim women and men walking downtown Chicago, but you wouldn't even know it.
Right.
Because they're dressed, they're
They dress regular.
Right, exactly.
So you gotta. Okay, go ahead.
And,
Go ahead.
and you can dress regular.
Yeah.
And everything is modest. Now you got some people's dogma and way of thinking is that no, it's strict, it's like this, and this is the way it's supposed to be, and it's rigid, and anything that's rigid breaks. Anything that rigid breaks. So now, as long as you believe, if you're a believer and God makes the choice of that, that's the belief. Now, like I said, I've never dated a Muslim woman, or never been with a Muslim woman, never. I'm in a Christian society. Hell, my children are from a Christian woman. And so I just never have. Do I know what the Muslim women are? Yes. I know where plenty of them are. It's just that it just never came to my mind to even do, even though
So, like-
I honor all of that.
I was gonna say, so like when you go to the mosque and stuff like that, like you don't see a certain woman that you can go up to and be like,
You say it again. You go to you don't.
So you go up to
you
the-
go to the Wali. You go to whoever the Wali. You do not just.
You don't
kick,
go just
you
go
don't
ahead.
kick it around
You
with no
you
woman. You don't even shake the woman's
you
hand.
let the wali know that you got an interest in this particular young lady.
This is Islam.
that's kind of crazy though, because he could throw some dirt on your name or something like
How
that.
was it crazy? How
Wait,
was it crazy?
no,
How's it
see,
Because he could be like, nah, that brother ain't good for you or something like that.
Game could see game.
Yeah, but some people be hating though. Some people be hating though.
That's a possibility.
Yeah,
It is.
Some
'Cause
people be
he could be
hating.
like
He want
could be-
somebody else for
He
it.
might want his son to
Yeah,
with
yeah.
something,
Game
you know?
could see game. And
That's what I'm
women
saying.
react on emotions, don't
Uh-huh.
they?
Yeah.
They react on emotions.
So would she be
Women are
like?
very-
So would she be
are
like?
very scholarly
But they
upset.
some a lot of them react on emotion.
No, the majority men act on emotion more. A man to go out there and kill himself because his woman cheated on him. A woman to sit there and cry and go on with another guy.
Well, I'm not
men get their feelings. Men get their
Shout out
feelings.
to having
You know
feelings.
what? I ain't gonna go there.
hey.
Go to the Wale.
Right.
I'm not gonna even go there. Go to the Wale.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
something about Wale. I'm gonna tell you about that. You can't find them. A lot of listen, man.
Shout out to
A lot
Wale.
of guys don't even take care of their family. Say, well, your dad, I don't even know that cat. I don't even know who he is. So who's the next man to stand up to him? A lot of women out here are fighting themselves on relationships with married children and everything else. So you gonna go to another guy that a lot of women don't even trust men.
Yeah.
They don't even trust men. So and a lot of guys would say a lot of Muslim guys ain't even stand up. In fact, a lot of them act like bitches to me.
Again, if you want to
and they can see me.
Again.
How about that?
Again,
I ain't gonna argue with you on that one because
you want to listen to the audience if you want to
Right.
be incompatible with how the protocol for Islam. You do what you want to do, but
Okay.
you know what? I'm going with Islam. Okay, that's up to you.
Right.
You want to eat?
It's a personal
You want to
preference.
eat Kentucky Fried Chicken and Popeyes? I'm not going with that. I'm going with what the Quran says.
Okay.
So it's okay.
So, but the
It's
thing,
okay.
The thing is, the greatest gift that God gives you is common sense.
I understand.
So okay, a person that don't eat pork or nothing like that. But if you out there in the desert, there ain't nothing there, it's desert sand, and you out there with your children, and some ham over there, and some Miracle Whip, and some lettuce tomato, you gonna make that ham sandwich.
It's permissible
You
in
gonna
that
get-
situation.
If you in
Yeah.
life and death,
It's
you
permissible.
know it and I know it. When it becomes between life and death,
It's permissible.
it's permissible. You know it.
So-
but if you have a choice, it is best to do what's prescribed
In the protocol.
in the Quran.
Okay.
To eat meats that are slaughtered in the name of Allah. But if you want to disobey and do your thing, it's up to you.
And you see, that's the thing. Like these things is beneficial for you anyway, but you get blessings when you follow this.
Eat all the ham, your
What you get? Is it like good karma or is it like
Basically, yeah.
okay?
It's not good karma. It's what the Quran says. It says
I'm-
to eat. It says to eat
No,
meat,
the purpose of you eating this meat is for the blessings of Allah and your good health.
and you're doing what
With
Prophet
Prophet, yeah,
Muhammad sallallahu
yeah.
alaihi wasallam said.
Well, you already know that already.
But
But you already know that. But you got
He
to
didn't
know.
know.
I'm telling
So-
them the reasons for this.
Okay,
Okay.
got you.
So then we break this down then, because you mentioned Muhammad. Muhammad, 1,400 years ago, is the patriarch of Islam, and Jesus is the patriarch of Christianity, and Moses is the patriarch of Judaism. So now you have the holy book of the Jews is the Torah, and the holy book of the Christians is the Bible, and the holy book of the Muslims in the Quran. And they basically all say the same thing as far as your eating habits and stuff like that. In most instances, in all the instances, it says that. But then when people change it now, because Jesus didn't eat pork either.
No, he didn't.
Jesus didn't eat pork.
And he bowed down
But
when
he
he
was,
prayed.
but when we're talking about dietary
Okay,
now,
yes.
as far as
Yeah.
eating, because when you are with someone who's your wife, she can kill you through the what you eat
Yes.
in the kitchen. Your woman could kill you because what she prepares and how she prepares a meal. So if they stay close to what is done and said in those books, then you should be able to live a healthy lifestyle. But when you start saying, and I just think, this is my opinion, and when they say we the best, Judaism is the best, yay, Christianity is the best, yay, Islam is the best, yay.
Islam.
Those are belief systems that people accept, and they feel that way, and they don't want to hear anything about it. Plus, they're infighting. They're infighting in Islam.
Of course.
There's infighting in Christianity. There's infighting in Judaism. The Jews don't want to have anything with the Zionists. You got the Christians and the Apostolic and the Church of God in Christ and Baptists and everything else. In Islam, you got Sufi, Sunni, Shiite, Nation. You got all of them fighting with each other. So then when a person that's innocent is trying to find something what the hell do they do?
Read.
And they want to find women. But what do you read?
Can you be both?
But
Quran.
what do you
Quran.
read?
You got it. Well, for what?
Ikra.
First thing, you got to find a reliable and a scholar that's on it. You just can't go there like you say. It's different fix that you.
But which type of scholar do you find? Do you find the Israeli?
No.
I mean,
and basically a scholar, I mean a teacher.
right.
A teacher.
That's what I'm saying. Like, which one do you
knowledgeable.
find though to show him, to let them know like which religion you want to go into?
Oh well, I'm just speaking on Islam.
Okay.
I'm not speaking on anything else. But,
Okay.
You find you a teacher that's knowledgeable on the deen, and they could teach you and guide you. If you interested, certain people not interested in
Right.
it. They like, I don't, because it's like you ain't supposed to force deen, this religion on you.
So you take two young a young man and a young lady, and they're not, they pray to God, but they don't accept any religion right now, and they're trying to find their way. And the man is leaning toward what he grew up on was the church, okay, and the young lady don't know, but she listens to the most vocal people is some of the Muslims on what especially in the black community,
Right.
Of the Nation of Islam,
Mm.
and so she listens to that. He goes to the church to listen to his the preacher. She goes on 73rd and Stony Island to the Nation, and they listen and they talk about different things with each other. And then she'll go to the church with her mate. He'll go to the mosque with his mate. So now they're figuring like, where should we go? Which one makes sense to us? Let's try that. What do you say? What do you say for somebody like that that's trying to find out? Because let me say this. Let me say
Good
this.
question. That's a good question.
Because she's sitting there looking at the church and the Christians. She say they crazy as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes over to the mosque and he looks and sees what the Muslims are doing. Everything, say they crazy as hell. So how do they come to a decision on what they should do?
First of all, Nation of Islam.
No, let's stay right. Let's stay right. Let's stay with this. Let's stay right here on the table. Let's stay right here on the table.
It's the reality. I know what he's saying. Because he's like, what you saying is the reality of what's going on.
Let's stay right there on the table.
We know what the nation is
Shout out
about.
to the table.
Let's stay on the table right
But
here.
it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, in that situation, I'm like, look, y'all got to do what's best for y'all. Whichever ones that feel like. Now, if they want to know about it, I tell them like, the Nation of Islam don't teach the deen the proper way.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is this.
Bid'ah.
Let me say this. Where the Sunni Muslims at? Where the black Sunni Muslims at? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? And what are they doing?
Nation of Islam does not teach right.
But what I'm saying,
out here in Chicago, you don't have a big presence of Sunni Muslims.
Why?
I don't.
It takes time to grow.
Shout out to growing. Shout out to growing. Shout out to growing.
Hey, in Philadelphia.
We talk about
We
Chicago.
talking about Chicago.
I know, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when he say, what if, like, they here, but they not organized and grouped together?
Why?
Like, I don't.
Why? They got the Quran.
I know why.
No.
I know why.
Why?
Because the prophet said once I will come. If I came back, I wouldn't even recognize the people that call themselves Muslim, but there are people that are trying to truly follow Islam to the best of their ability. And I have to say this with all due respect, the Nation of Islam.
But we ain't talking about
do
that.
not follow
We're not talking about the differences.
Yeah.
We're talking about what is being done.
Is it like-
We're talking about dating outside your faith.
Right.
You don't do that.
Well, let me say this.
You don't do that.
Let me say this to the viewing and listening audience.
Shout out to the audience.
And that's why we're having this discussion.
It's just debate. These guys love each other. Y'all might think otherwise, but
the thing is, and we'll do a show on that, the division in the different religions.
Yeah.
But this is for a different show because not only do the different religions think that theirs is the best,
Right.
they have infighting even under the religion, and they think this is the best. And so now I think personally, I think that's a hypocrisy in the name of God. That's just my opinion. I'll fall on that sword. But anyway, let's talk about this couple who's trying to figure this out.
Brother from the Nation of Islam cannot lead the woman. He can't even lead himself.
He's a Christian though. He's a Christian though.
God came in first.
But see, look, we know that, but we got to do what he's talking about. We got to speak on.
He can't even lead himself.
What he's saying. What he's
But
talking about.
they trying to fan the lead. He trying to
Right.
They trying to fan
What
their
he's
way.
saying is an actual reality that's going on in Chicago right now.
Right now.
Spit off.
Yeah, but it is.
Fitna.
Yeah.
But they young, they don't know, so they got to find some people to properly guide them.
Right.
Exactly.
And
So-
now what he said, where them people at for them to find to guide them there?
Yeah.
Especially in the Sunni Islam community.
No, they nowhere. It's
particularly
zero.
if you're gonna find a Sunni to guide you, it's probably gonna be a foreigner.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And that's
Who
crazy.
That is
don't
crazy.
got a concept
A
of being
foreigner
black
is
in
crazy.
America.
because he got a grocery store in the ghetto having sex with young
Oh,
children
my.
and selling beer and alcohol and pork in there, and then go on Friday and go to Salat with your black self standing right next to him, assalamu alaikum, and go back to doing the same damn thing. So I don't want to go into that.
Shoot, they won't even invite you to the
They
masjid
ain't
for
gonna
Juma.
invite you to the mosque. As soon as you walk your black ass up in there, they're gonna try to figure out what you doing here.
Do they have to invite you?
So
No, I'm saying, but like if you're not a
So
Muslim,
I'm
like,
gonna get
Shout
off
out
of
to
that.
confusion.
Let's get back to more common things like dating outside.
right.
Religion, religion has always have been a hot point.
Shout out to religion.
A hot subject matter because you're dealing with people's faith and their emotions and everything else.
They hold practices. They hold rituals. All that.
Everything, and it gets like that, and that's good. You know why? The thing is because if you're compassionate about your faith and your beliefs and everything,
Yes,
that's
sir.
a good thing. But not only not be compassionate about it though. They say don't talk about it, be about it. So people are look at you by your actions and your deeds on how that works and everything. But for young people who are trying to find their way, that love each other, that love each other, not knowing the principles, the fundamentals, and everything
Exactly.
else. How do you go about a young lady and a young man? They like each other, but they're gonna go to you. They're gonna say, Brother Tyrone, I know you're a Muslim. What should we do? What would you say to them?
Now if the young, it depends on what they looking for. Like, okay, in the faith, okay, we know y'all want to be together as
Shout
a
out to
couple,
faith.
right? So she, like you said, drawing towards the Nation of Islam, he more on the Christianity type.
Oh no, they just coming to you neutrally.
Neutral.
Neutral, yeah, just neutral. They coming to you for advice because they know that you're Muslim,
Shout out to
and they
advice.
just looking for they
Now,
just wanna be-
see, I have to know which faith they is. Like,
they don't. They neither.
Neither,
all right,
yeah.
don't
well,
either.
see, I tell them, as far as getting married, I'm like, y'all have to, I advise them, don't try to have no sexual relationship with one another right now.
We did it already.
Stop.
We didn't.
Yeah,
They can't be forgiven for that. They
done it
can't.
already.
They can't be forgiven for that.
Well,
Stop.
Yeah, well, like he said, stop that. I say, because that's just going to confuse things right there for
Ain't
you.
confusing. I like her. She like me.
Yeah, you really do? I'm like,
We
see,
knock
then
the bottom out.
I'd be like, yeah, see, you like that. That's the lustful part. You
Right.
like that. Like, do you know her? Like, what does she like to do?
Right, her
Does
mental.
she like to read?
Right,
What, like,
her personality.
yeah, things of that type of nature. And she had the name about him. And see, that's why a lot of relationships fail, because they start off from the lustful part. And then once they find out, dang, it's sex, that's it. What's else other than this sex? Dang, her personality is whack. She
Right.
this, she that. I can't see myself being with her every day. What? Nope. See, that's what a lot of people do, particularly young people. We do things in reverse.
Right.
You know, we want to have the sex first instead of getting
Yeah.
to know the person. To know, like,
That's not everybody.
no,
though,
no, I don't.
but
I'm
mainly,
yeah.
mainly, majority.
And that's like I say, y'all get to know each other on a mental, spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if y'all want to be in any type of faith, y'all, go and explore and learn about and see what's best for you.
Amron, what would you say?
the two.
Like if two people came, they're just like trying to figure things out, and they're like, we ain't.
Do they even believe in a God at least?
Well, they believe in God, but they don't know what direction to go in. What would you give to them spiritually or religious, or what would you say to them?
I don't know. I can't really change them from what they already know or what they already been through. So I would just tell them, like, just keep doing what you're doing if it's working for y'all, because apparently they know good enough for each other. They know good enough for each other. They've been having sex and they like each other's personality and each other's nature. So just keep doing what you're doing.
And they take care of each other, and they look out for each other, and
they believe in a God, right?
They believe in God, but they don't have no particular faith that they belong to. They just doing that, so
in this situation, I'd be like, well, you need to get married.
Okay. They say, okay, we're gonna get married.
Like what he was saying, like, okay, we know each other well enough, personalities, this and that.
Right.
Say, okay, what else is for you to do?
To get married, you have to be in a certain type of religion.
But not
our religion.
Get married. Just get married.
She said, we're just gonna get married, and we good like this. We pray to God, and that's it. We love each other and everything else. That's it.
But I would tell them, I mean, like, oh, just look at Islam for a minute. Just I won't tell them to be that, but I just ask them, like, look and see, you might like
put it in there.
Yeah.
Brother, what would you say? What would you tell them?
I would say that subhanAllah, they're more. It would be more beneficial for me to influence them to go to my masjid, a mosque, because there are people that have more knowledge than me when it comes to marriage. Okay, and continuing on, sex is for marriage, not for boyfriend, not for girlfriend. I would heavily influence them to go to an Islamic mosque, and get in contact. I put them in contact with my imam if they lived in my vicinity.
Okay.
And have them talk to him. Because you know what? I'm sure he's skilled and knowledgeable enough to guide them, on the path.
I got one more. I got one more question. What do y'all think? Like a religion is like environmental to where, like, if I was born in like Egypt or something, do you think, or if I was born in Saudi Arabia or something, or Mexico or something, do you think I'd be Catholic, or do you think I'd be this, I'd be that? Do you know what type of religion?
I don't know, but I assume there's the Muslim, the prophets have been sent to almost every people.
Okay,
so I'm pretty sure.
For what you just said,
because everybody's different based on
Egypt, or you was born in Saudi Arabia, 98% of you would be.
But
Muslim.
like Mexico, Mexico as well.
And you would be 98% Catholic if you was with.
Not necessarily, because they're Christians that live in Egypt.
Yeah, but
not necessarily.
But the majority. That's why I didn't say 100%. Like,
Well, brothers, it's coming to that time, man. This time went by so fast.
Yeah,
we got to be good.
Shout out to time, man.
We're gonna break down a little bit more. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this show. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot more to do.
Assalamu alaikum.
You got three different generations up there.
Yeah. It's a lot going on, but the thing is, we want to just give some kind of light and just get a viewing and listening audience some understanding that they didn't know, and some misconceptions that they didn't know. And so, I really appreciate what you guys have done. I mean, brothers, thank you again for being here.
Gratitude.
I really appreciate it. Got a lot of love for you.
Shout out to the
Likewise.
Assalamu alaikum. I appreciate it.
Wa alaikum salam. And this is Minister Ben Willis, Blast Our Podcast, uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser.
It's like I like it.
Thank you, and see you soon.